Hi there, I'm Ashley, and I'm with Home and School Navigator. In this Learning to Read video series, we are going to give you all kinds of tips and tricks to ensure that you have a very successful reader and writer in your child. So let's get started. Do you know what the biggest predictor of reading success is for a child? They need to be able to hear sounds in words. What does that mean? Well, according to the researcher Yap, she says that understanding that spoken words and syllables are made up of sequences of speech sounds is essential. That is a lot to digest. Stick with me and we'll take a look at that, and I'm going to give you all the rundowns of what issues you should be looking for if your child is a struggling reader and writer, and what you can do to help him or her become a successful reader and writer. Stick around. Let's get started. So what does this mean? It means that your child needs to understand and hear the sounds in words and spoken language, what we're talking about, before they get introduced with letters and that sort of thing. Now, if they already know a lot of letters, but you see some struggles, that's okay. Take a step back and work on those sounds. Those sounds are foundational to all reading and writing skills. So if you see some struggles, stop, go back, and play the games that we are going to recommend in this video to help your child really understand and hear the sounds in words. All right, so what that means is if a child cannot hear that dog and dinosaur start the same way, that can cause confusion. Similarly, if they can't hear that cat says the word cat, then we need to work on their sounds. It can be done. You have to have patience and wait for your child to respond and play around with the sounds and enjoy this activity with them. I know that they can do it. I want to help. So, children need to be playing around with sounds. It is a very important first step. It sounds easy, right? For many, yes, it is an easy thing. But for some, it's a stumbling block. For some reason, it is hard to go from sounds to letters. And if you learn letters without understanding the sounds of them, it can be very confusing for kids. So really think about this concept when working with your child. If they're struggling with their reading skills and their writing skills, this is a really important place to start looking for things that can help your child with this. All right, I want you to stick around to the end of this video to see the top 4 things that you should be doing with your child to help him or her become the most successful reader and writer possible. I'm going to point out some issues that your child might be having in their reading and writing areas, or they're young and you just want to avoid that confusion altogether and get them started on the right foot. If you say yes to any of these questions that I'm about to share with you, stop and you need to go back and you need to play sound awareness games with your child to really dial in and make sure that they understand that there are sounds, and then you're going to move in from those sounds and connect them to the letters for your child. All right, the first issue, can your child group words together that have the same sound at the beginning and dissimilar sounds at the beginning? So for example, if you say the words pig, pen, fun, can they understand that pig and pen start the same way? Can they say fun does not belong with pig and pen? They sound different. That's the first thing you should be checking with your child. If they can't do that, that's an issue, and we're going to show you how to fix that. In this activity, the words fox and fish start the same way. Monkey does not start like fox and fish. Now I am going to say 3 words at a time. Tell me which one does not belong, okay? All right, Sam, strawberry, cat. Which one does not belong? Sam, strawberry, cat. Which one does not belong? Good gum dog. Which one does not belong? Bike, flower, bell. Which one does not belong? Zipper, hot, house. Which one does not belong? 8, aim, elephant. Number 2, does your child struggle with blending sounds? So for example, if you said ink, could your child say pink? If you gave your child act, could they say hat? So you're giving them the sounds of words and they're blending them together. Check that out and make sure that your child is confident with that skill. All right, now I am going to have you blend some words. So when I say the words quickly, my mouth says the word kid. I am going to say some sounds and I want you to tell me what word those sounds make. Ready? Act. Good job. All right, the third issue. Can they take a word and break it down into its individual parts? So if you gave them the word dog, could they say d-og? That's a little trickier than our other issue we mentioned. It's harder, but that's a skill that we want them to be successful with. There are 3 sounds in the word sun. I am going to say some words and I want you to tell me the sounds in the word just like I did with the word sun. Ready? Jet. Tell. What? T. Map. Light. Stump. All right, the 4th issue is, can they change sounds and make new words? So for example, if you gave them the word, if you said the word cat, and then you said, if I change the k sound to an sound, what would my new word be? They should be able to say rat. Or if you said, if I have the word rat, and I take the sound off, and then I say, change it with a b sound, could they say bat? They should be able to be flexible and manipulate those sounds with those words and make new words. It's tricky, but they can do it with practice. If it's confusing, don't make it more confusing. Stop, explain it to them as concisely as possible, and then give them lots of examples. It's not going to happen in one session. Do it while you're in the car. Play that game while they're taking a bath. Do it before they go to bed. Let them play around with those words. And just tell them. When we take the k off of cat and insert we get rat. In this Learning to Read video series, we are going to show you exactly how to work with your child on these sound activities, give you lots of games and ideas to help your child be the most successful reader and writer possible. All right, here's the part of the video where I told you I was going to give you 4 things that you can immediately do with your child to get them on the road to being a successful reader and writer. the segmentation of words. This is now hearing the sounds at the end of the word. So you would ask, you would say, what is the last sound in can? And then they should be able to say, n. If they can't, just keep playing around. They can do it. What are all of the sounds that you hear in a word? So if you said, tell me all the sounds you hear in the word fish, they should be able to say, ish.
So in this part of the process, this is a great tool to help children hear sounds in the beginning, middle, and end of words. This is how it goes. You can see Sadie doing it in the video, but let me show you close up. Here's the picture of a bat, and I want her to say bat. Notice there's no letters, there's nothing but the picture. We are just working on hearing sounds. You can try it with another picture. Now, this picture has 4 letters with a silent E, but we don't hear that E. It is silent. So there are truly only 3 sounds in cake. Watch. K, A, K. Cake. This motion of pushing up and then sliding your finger under to say it is a reading skill that is very important when your child begins to read and write. If they're not doing it and they already know letters and they're already playing around with words in books, get them to do it very precisely. It starts here and ends here. It's not all over the place. Be very, very descriptive about what you want them to do. Try these pictures with your kids at home. Find pictures anywhere. Make sure they have 3 sounds and practice hearing sounds in words.
I want to tell you about this Learning to Read video series and the friend that I have helping me. Her name is Sadie, and she comes over and works with me, and we work on her reading skills, and that gives you an insight into seeing what kinds of skills and activities that you can be doing with your child to help them become a successful reader and writer. Sadie has been so generous with her time with me. We've done all kinds of activities, and you're going to get to see her work in real time on some of the things that we are talking about in this video series. Going to ask you to tell me a rhyming word after I say a word. For I say pan, you could say man or tan or fan or can. Listen to the words I say, and then you tell me a word that rhymes with the word I say. Tell me a word that rhymes with bag.
Tap.
Tell me a word that rhymes with sand. Okay. Tell me a word that rhymes with boat.
Coat.
Tell me a word that rhymes with fun. Oh, that's fine. You are absolutely okay to say that. Tell me a word that rhymes with dish.
Wish.
Good job. The words hero and zero are similar. The word apple is not like hero and zero. Now I'm going to say 4 words at a time and tell me which one does not belong. Fan, man, tan, pen.
Pen.
Like, bike, Tom, hike. Like, bike, Tom, hike.
Tom.
Pet, get, set, sail.
Get.
Ack, play, stack, zack.
Stack.
Boy, toy, tall, joy.
Joy.
All right, Sadie and I are going to play a rhyming game because rhyming words are such an important part of reading and writing. It really helps kids hear sounds, look at letters. We want to make sure that they're understanding patterns. They can't possibly learn every word under the sun to learn how to read. They've got to make connections, and it's our job to help them make connections. So what I have for Sadie is to continue to make rhyming activities to continue to help her hear the sounds and read and write. There's a couple of stages. This is the first stage, and I have some cards here. There's no words, there's no words on it. There's no letters or anything. It's just the pictures. This is the auditory part. We're just working on the sound. You ready to play this game? All right, so she's gonna stand up over here, and I'm going to give her a card, and she's gonna say the picture name, and then she's gonna put it next to the card that matches. All right. What do you think that's a picture of?
A rain and it rhymes with train.
Nice and loud. So point to that.
Train and rain.
Train, rain. Those rhyme. We give her a thumbs up. Woohoo! All right, let's have her match this one. Mm-hmm.
Flag bag.
Oh, nice job. I like the way you kind of mispronounced that, but you fixed it. That's what good readers and writers do. Say it one more time, nice and clear.
Flag bag.
Excellent. All right. Can it be bucket? Whale, bucket. Would those rhyme? No. So we know it's got to rhyme with whale, right?
Pail.
What?
Pail.
Pail and whale? Yeah, very good work. Do you see how she did that? I said they have to rhyme, so she was going through. She said pail, whale, pail. Excellent work. All right, let's check it. Point to whale, pail,
Train.
flag, bag. Excellent. Or comments about what you'd like help with your child and their reading skills and struggles? Feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below, and I will get back with you on those specific questions. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button to keep the learning going here at Homeschool Navigator. Happy reading!